us as an objectively attractive vampire in the HBO series True Blood, as well as in the Paramount Plus series Sexy Beast. His latest project is for Masterpiece on PBS. It's a remake of the classic TV series The Forsytes. Please welcome Stephen Moyer. Is actually what we used to drive around in Texas, and it was beat up.
I wore this specially for Kel today.
It. Well, wait, I heard you're working on something pretty major, American citizenship?
Yeah, so I've been living here for about 20 years, and I
think it's about time.
About time, and so I'm doing my citizen test, right?
I've had friends do this that are from, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I would not pass this test.
There's like 100 questions that, you know, really important American stuff like who won the 1919 World Series, like really important things.
For sure I know.
I'm joking, obviously. Do you know what Thomas Jefferson is famous for?
President? Yeah, or he was also the liaison for France.
What's he famous for?
Thomas Jefferson? Because he was a president and he's great. And
it's actually because he launched the career of David Diggs in Hamilton.
Oh my God. I was like, I don't think he invented anything.
I also learned, like, for the first time, what July the 4th is about.
Oh.
Because we didn't get taught that in English school.
I think it was a different outcome for y'all.
Yeah, yeah. It's weird how your kind of country decides what they're going to teach you of your history. You know? I'm waving the flag. I've been here for 20 years. Like, what's this about?
Yeah. And you're British, which is great. Oh my God. Okay, wait. So you say your new series is kind of a combination, like a marriage of Downton Abbey and Bridgerton?
Yeah. You saw like old Father Christmas there. You didn't expect to see me with the Santa Claus, sorry, American.
I like facial hair. I think all men should have facial hair. Sorry if you can't grow it. Yeah.
Well, I can.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's quite old-fashioned. The reason I say Bridgerton and Downton is because it's quite old-fashioned, but it's quite modern. There he is, look.
Yeah.
But there's a fantasy element to it. And Debbie Horsfield, who has done the adaptation, has sort of rewound it's like she's put a pencil into a cassette and rewound the story and taken back to these characters in the book have a certain sort of, you know, we start the book at a certain point and she's taken it back to where we would have met them. So it's like she's taken the idea of what the Forsytes are and she's created what her version of the world is.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
I love personally that you said take a pencil to the cassette when you could just press rewind.
Yeah, you could. But it's more analog.
I know. I did do that too.
You don't even know what a cassette is.
I did too.
You're a baby.
I had cassettes.
No, you didn't.
I still have my cassettes.
You don't even know what a CD is.
I am 43. I am like, yes, I had even the anti-skip, and you could go sideways on your belt. Yeah, with the CDs, yes. Okay, wait, before you go, you get to play an assassin, right?
Oh, yes,
Night agent.
yes, I'm in The Night Agent at the moment, and...
Do you love playing an assassin? You kind of... It's kind of upsetting and scary.
Has anybody seen it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you're like one person at home, and then you become the
and honestly, that was one of the dream things that I've done recently because I've been living in New York for a few years, and it was the first time. Like last time I saw you, when I came on last, I'd gone back to the UK to do that show, and this was the first time that I'd worked from home in 12 and a half years. Where like you're picked up from home, you go to work, you do your job, and then you sleep in your bed that night.
Yeah.
And it was like life-changing.
For actors and musicians, you're usually
I'm just usually on the road or away from the kids or stuff. So actually being able to do what is a fantastic gig, but also playing this nasty piece of work.
Like, and it's just, wow, it just scares me. That, like, it scares me when people create these characters because I'm like, oh, well, someone out there is like that if they thought this character up. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a crazy individual. I think it was a kind of dream for them, this character, because for those of you who haven't seen it yet, and I recommend you do, he's called the Father. He's never called anything else. And he Which is already scary.
Yeah. And the son, my character who plays the son, the kid who plays the son is called the son. And so he is the father to this son, and he's homeschooling him, and the kid does not know what he does of an evening. And the lines get crossed.
Yeah.
Because the kid is very imaginative and intuitive, and he kind of just trying to work out what my dude is doing, and he loves his dad, so he follows him.
Yeah.
And that leads to stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
What a fun character.
Great part.
Yeah.
Yeah.